Hello everyone, welcome to Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection. My name is Tyrone, and here we have the second part of a massive mail call from one of my viewers. Andrew from New York State, Buffalo in fact, sent me this. You'll be watching this Monday-ish. Today is Thursday morning in Western Australia. So I got this last week, today actually. I've tidied up the table. That was a cheeky little look round, by the way. I've taped the box so it doesn't interfere too much with the lighting, because I'm a professional, and I've just straightened out the chaotic scene. I'll sit forward a little bit. Oops, bump you. I have my butter knife at hand. My 400th coffee cup has been drained, and I'm psyched. This was the one I alluded to in the previous video that I stopped short at because I didn't have my cutting tool. I have it now. This is another mini GT, because in the very last one I showed you in the previous episode was this one, and here we have a Liberty Works Nissan GT 35 GT RR in yellow to go along with it. So yeah, these are kind of high-end compared to Matchbox and Hot Wheels. Not kind of high-end, they are high-end compared to those. Not sure what you get off the box. Not a great deal, apart from don't try and swallow it. Choking hazard. It was number 182 of whatever series this was in. See what I mean? Not much to learn. Just great looking cars, aren't they? Oh. Yeah, check out how well these two go together. Whoa. The same but different. See the difference in the spoiler as I look through the viewfinder to see what you're seeing. I don't often do that, especially on these mail calls. I just get drawn into these things so fast, and that's what this hobby's all about, isn't it? Incredible amount of detail. Look at that. Doesn't that set the whole car off? The one on the right's just black and blends in with the bottom bumper there. But look at that. Completely different price point. It's stratospheric compared to mainline Matchbox or Hot Wheels. And you can see where that extra buck goes. Really nice. And very forgiving rear view mirrors for thugs like me. It's very hard not to get stuck on this. I showed this in the previous video. I think this is my new favourite car. It's a Crown Vic from Greenlight to match this Crown Vic from Greenlight. Shall we dig in and try not to make too much plasticky noise? These are plastic bags. I'll show you very briefly. They're a bit of a novelty around here because these plastic bags are illegal in Australia. They've been banned. They were very, very non-environmentally friendly, but they were very handy when we had them. But now you can't get them. You've got to buy your own bags at the supermarket and keep them and then bring them back. And do you think you can ever remember to bring your bags to the supermarket? It's been years and I still forget them. Anyway, so you wind up buying more and more of these heavy-duty plastic bags. It sort of defeats the purpose. 2020 Chevy Corvette from Auto World. Stop yabbering, boy. New casting. Yes, it is. We have this colour card in Perth, but I think the only Corvettes I have of this casting is in red and blue. And Andrew, did I tell you who got this for me? This was Andrew from New York State. I think I did. Excuse the coffee overload. It's just been nuts. Addictions, eh? The driver in the C8 has been moved forward by 16.5 inches compared to the previous C7 Corvette. That's quite a long way. Nice, really nice. Arctic white is the colour, and that's the rest in A and B lineup. Fewer and fewer that I don't have, amazingly. Love it. And there's the black one. So now I've got red, blue, white and black. I'm sure there will be other colours. There may have already been other colours, but with friends like Andrew, there are less and less to have to find. And Auto World is one of those brands in Perth. They're here 1 minute and then gone for 6 months, and you miss out on whole swathes of the lineup, which is a pity if you're a completionist, as I am. Completionist. Here is a curious one. I've left this behind on the pegs thinking I had it, but when I got home I realised it was that collaboration, the Mitsubishi with whoever in the States. It's called both things 3000 GT. The silver one's sitting in my drawer behind me, and I didn't have the silver Supra, and now I do. It's the 1993 Toyota Supra. I have this, but not in this colour. This is Alpine Silver. So, like I was about to say seconds ago, but then sidetracked myself, and here in Super White, the same Supra. I'll unbox all of these on a little bit of everything episode on Ultimate Diecast. Thanks to Andrew. Mini GT again. I think we're going to have to do some housekeeping midstream. Sweet. Get my trusty butter knife. It's nice to be organised, but I very rarely am. My wife is the organised party of this household, and I think she's long given up on me, which is fair enough. Oh, look at that. These are crazy cool, aren't they? This is the new Supra. Advan Yokohama. That'll be the tyres, I'm presuming. They're selling the, can you call it stock standard if it doesn't have all the racing gear on it? They're selling the normal, crazy good looking Supra down the hill from me in a Toyota dealer, and I've almost crashed looking at the things, because they park them out on the verge, you know how the car dealers do. If they're open, the cars are everywhere to grab your attention, and boy do they do that. And it's one of those stretches of the highway, you're coming into the commercial district, and the roads are a bit too wide for the area, so the lampposts are really close to the curb. And if you're eyeballing something like this, bad things can happen to you. But yeah, the new Supra is proudly on display down at the local Toyota dealership. It looks nothing like this, but gee, didn't they get that right. Wow. So that can proudly sit next to my other mini GTs. Holy smoke. Pop that down there. And now for some more plastic rattling. Now here's something that did come to Perth, the Greenlight vintage ad cars, but I never saw this one, the 1979 Ford LTD sedan. Many versions of what LTD stands for. I always called it Lincoln type design because that's what an old person told my brother it stood for when he had the Australian Fairlane, but LTD, which was the spec just higher than the Fairlane. Hope you followed all of that. But my brother didn't know it, and he pretended he did when the old dude said, "Do you know what LTD stood for?" and there was a slight awkward bit of embarrassment. But Lincoln type design, as soon as I said that in one of my videos, and this is current by the way, a bunch of comments came through about what else it meant, and it wasn't Lincoln type design. It was limited, as in limited run, and another couple of versions I think, and I've since forgotten them all, because the first time you hear a bit of new information it sticks in your tiny brain and you won't let it go. I'll open this one along with the Auto Worlds, and oh man, there is a lot here. Hey, the Hot Pursuit. I gave up chasing these. I never saw this one. 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe Police Pursuit Vehicle. This is the thing so many YouTube chase them down videos are made of, aren't they? Because they love their SUVs. Look at the lights in the front. That's going to be ripped open at some point. Texas Highway Patrol. The swarm effect that happens when a driver doesn't stop, because the cops just keep on coming. They don't just let one or two chase them down. They just keep on coming over there. Yeah, Americans do things differently. So I open that in another video. And geez, Andrew, 2011 Ford Crown Victoria. Oh, I've never seen. I'm going to open this sucker. Before I do that, it's Checker Cab Company, Los Angeles. I've been to LA. Didn't see this livery though. Did Jamie Foxx drive for an outfit like this in, what was that, Collateral Damage with Tom Cruise? Gee, that was a good movie. I hope I got the name of that right. American culture spreads so fast via the movies. 2020, so it feels really bad to just take the scissors to this, but you know me. I'll tell you an inside story about me ripping things off cards. Hopefully you're interested in it. Before I do a video where I'm going to rip things off cards, sometimes really old stuff off cards, I've already made the decision. I'm already good with it. So there's not much hesitation or gasping from my end. The gasping always happens via the comments, like, how could you do that? But I've already come to terms with it. But these mail calls, you can't do that because you don't know what's in the box. So I still have the gaspy, what on earth am I doing moments. Oh lordy. I've got the New York one and now I've got the LA one. Oh lordy. Oh, Crown Vics, Cougars. Oh man. Should we dig deeper? So there's a lot of stuff on cards that I'm not going to rip off just yet, because this gives me so much material for my Ultimate Diecast channel. You wouldn't believe it. This is really good, because I normally rip open, I don't know, between 4 and 6 on, not PM, between 4 and 6 items on that channel, because it's pricey, you know. You're talking about 14 or 15 bucks a piece, so it's pricey to put one of those videos together. And ooh, 1996 Ford Bronco Eddie Bauer with backpacker. I don't know who Eddie Bauer is, or even if you pronounce a surname like that. I presume that's how you pronounce it. Never saw this one in the hobby shop, because every hobby shop Greenlight edition I ever came across I bought, until you find doubles and you leave them there, obviously. But I wonder what the backpacker's up to. Probably backpacking. I've got a range of people now. I have a lady in a dress. She came with the Caprice, and a dude in a suit. He came with the Crown Vic. I think that's how it went. And a guy that looked like Stig off the original Top Gear, the UK version. it's not him, but it looks like him next to a can't remember, some GMCs. Oh no, I can't remember. And also a petrol Bowser gas pump next to a yellow Studebaker, all from the Hobby Shop series. And now this one, a Bronco. And NYPD, here we go. Clear the floor. 1985 Chevrolet K5 Blazer. And that's the square body front, isn't it? I've got a bunch of pickups from Greenlight and Auto World. And now I have this baby, the Blazer. And not too jacked up, because they like to jack them up, don't they? Certainly Matchbox, when it grabs a Chevy Blazer, it'll pump up the suspension, and you get those big blocks underneath the car. But that's nice. And that perfect NYPD blue. I've been there. Didn't get to go up there because they were doing something with it. Nothing untoward, I'm sure. It was just maintenance. This is current, 2021 on the back. And looky here, the 87 GMC Sierra K2500. No way. And that's the push them out of the way front on that, because they mean business. We have this in our, not this, but we have that concept in our tunnel underneath the CBD in Perth. They have the RAC van or similar Royal Auto Club van with the push bars. I'm not sure if it's RAC or the City of Perth, but Australians aren't used to getting shoved from behind, but they're getting there. But that's what that's up to. And 1980 Volkswagen Rabbit in a police car. North Carolina? Huh. I'm not sure if they've ever used a Volkswagen Rabbit in Greensboro, North Carolina, but I like it. It's tiny. Hot Pursuit. It's a stretch actually from Greenlight, but it should be Polizei, I think. But cool light bar. That's nice. Sweet. We're getting crowded up here. I'll keep the scissors close by because randomly I'm going to cut something open. I can just feel it. Right. I'm glad I split this video into 2 bits because there's a ton of stuff left to show. As I make a hell of a racket in the background. Oh, Detroit. Here we go. Gary Mills, 1970 Chevy Camaro. Huh. And don't those wheels look 70s? No, I'm not going to cut this one open. Not yet. Detroit, that's where it all happened, wasn't it? Now you get the new, I'm not sure if the Mustang's made in the US or Canada. I think the Camaro's made in Canada, or bits of it. It was all Detroit at one point. That's current, that's a newbie. And that's not all. Oh, sweet. That's come off the card today. 1968 Mercury Cougar XR7 GTE 428 Cobra Jet. Golly. And it's the 50th anniversary. That raises the stakes about the scissors, doesn't it? That's coming off the card. Come on. 2019. Never got it here. It really goes through my mind when I don't know what I'm cutting to bits. You know, what is this? Is this something really rare? Have I just destroyed some die-cast history? Maybe. Oh. But it's a Cougar, come on. Ivory interior, black steering wheel. Can you see? Yes, you can see plenty. Lens tail lights, and of course you can imagine those blinking off and on in sequence in lieu of the indicator flasher. That was such a nifty thing, and the hidden headlights when you turn the headlights on. Those sinister looking grills just roll up like shark eyes, don't they? When a shark takes a bite out of your rear end. So cool. And my dad's one was left-hand drive. You didn't have to do the switcheroo because so many were coming into Christchurch. They let you away with it for a while, and that was the appeal. As a young kid, 12, 13, 14-year-old kid sitting in the passenger side of my dad's one of these, you'd get the looks, because at an instant people would think you were driving this yank tank, as they called them. But yeah, fantastic. What a ripper. And Andrew, you're spoiling me rotten. 1967 Mercury Cougar RX-7 Trans Am Racer. Holy smack. That one can stay on the card, but I'm not sure for how long. What a lineup of Cougars. Ah, lordy. And we've got just a brick of Greenlight and and it's going to be the scissors. I'm going in. So as promised, I didn't rummage through the box, but as a result, I've got a bit of a technical hitch concerning sticker tape. That's okay, it keeps it interesting. Oh, now David from Twice Diecast sent me one with that backdrop on it, but it wasn't a Cougar. Oh lordy. So this is a famous auction, and here we have the 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator 428 CJ, which might be California something, I don't know. Yeah, that's not coming off just now. It may do, it probably will. The world's greatest collector car auctions. If you are made of money, I'm sure that's a nice day out. I'm sure it's a nice day out anyway. See all the pretty cars. Oh, look at that. Huh. Whoa. 132 grand. That would do more than fill up the ute and buy you a Kratzky. It's a beauty. And to follow the line, gee whiz. What a lineup. There might be a heat seeker video on Ultimate Diecast, but I wanted to do one on the Cougars on building the Ultimate Matchbox car collection, but I don't know. I'll have to think how to do that as creatively as I can. Do you like Cougars? 1969 Mercury Cougar Eliminator. The GL Muscle, I think that was the same series I got all my XB Falcons from Greenlight in. There's maybe 8 or 9 colours. In fact, that's how the conversation started between Andrew and me. Andrew asked me if I had a particular colour of the Falcons I was showing it, and at the time I didn't, but it was on its way. And I said, oh, thanks for the offer, but I'm good. Because, you know, when somebody says, I'll send you something, you do feel a little bit, oh, no, I'm good, thanks. But I'm glad he persisted. Look at me. But back to the story. The colour in question was on its way, and when it turned up, it wasn't the right colour. And so there was a flurry of messages between the seller and I, and we got it straight, and I wound up buying more, as you do. But they were the XB Falcon, and now I have so many colours of the Mercury Cougar. Did not know they existed, but getting back to my point, the XB Falcons, I think, were part of the GL Muscle series from Greenlight, I think. And did we get to the last two. I can't believe we got to the last two. Well, Andrew knows I'm a completist or a completionist. 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator in a lovely white. I don't put the name of the colour on these ones, but I'm not sure what fancy colour they'd call this, but it's not quite white. And you see the Eliminator on that back end there. Oh. And last but certainly not least, of this humongous box from New York State. Put that on the floor. And what else? It's got to be black. Oh, sweet. And I think we'll do a full circle. Look at that. See the details in silver? I know they don't compare on price point or detail. Matchbox versus Greenlight, not a fair competition. But look at the array of Cougars I have. And I've been sent Cougars from Joe from New York State as well. He does XLT Off-Road Bear channel. And I've been sent Cougars from Twice Diecast, David in Alabama. When word gets out, somebody over this side of the rock loves Cougars. Cougars come flying, apparently. Lucky me. Well, thank you, Andrew, and give Andrew a thumbs up in the comments, won't you, if he decides to comment, and I'll pin it. Coming up this Sunday, Monday. If you're watching this one, you hopefully have already seen last night's one. My word, what an array. The Matchbox sign has been crowded out, and so have the Matchbox cars. This is crazy. Oh, just a word of the different types of people on this planet, and I'm going to start sounding like Bill O'Reilly here. I'm a big fan of his. I see him on YouTube pretty much every day. If he broadcasts, I watch. And he will come out with something like this, and I feel like I'm turning into an old man repeating or saying what I said to Andrew, because this conversation started in January. It's now, well, it's the end of summer for you, and it's coming up to spring for me, so, you know, it's August. That, you know, time gets away with you, but the point I'm trying to make is when you say you're going to do something and it gnaws away at you until you've done it, you're the kind of person I like, because that's the kind of person I am. It just gnaws away at you more and more until you follow through on what you said you were going to do, and that's exactly what Andrew's done here. He said he was going to send me some stuff, and lo and behold, you see before the camera, he sent me some stuff, lots of stuff. Truly unexpected. A car or two would have been really nice, but should we go upstairs and try and get it all in? Not sure if we can. Might have to lift you off the floor, young man. Check it out. Most of these will be on Ultimate Diecast, and I've gone hoarse. I've spoken so much this morning. The battery light on the camera is blinking at me saying, "Wrap it up, mate." You've yabbered for an hour collectively through these two videos, but so much to show as I send you wonky. Man, thank you, Andrew. That's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. More Crown Vics and Mercury Cougars than I've seen on one table in my life. But so much other stuff to just spend a few hours with now over yet another coffee, I'm sure. Mini GT, Greenlight, Auto World, Matchbox, Hot Wheels. Wow. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.